I have another product review for you tonight. I'm going to go over this Saramonic 4-in-1 microphone set. This is a Blink 500B2 Plus. Shooting these videos, you start to realize the iPhone microphone is not that great for audio, so I wanted something that give me a little bit better audio quality on some of these videos. I'm not using them tonight because I want to be able to show you everything inside the box and not have to be plugging into the phone and everything. So real quickly, I've already got everything unboxed, but just to show you what the box looks like. Again, this is the Saramonic Blink 500B2 Plus. Just some photos there on the side of the box. One of the interesting features I noticed here on the back, it says it has a up to 150 meter wireless range. So I haven't tried that. I've probably done about 25 feet to 30 feet in the house. They did work through the wall, so that is pretty impressive for this small of a microphone set. Then I'm going to show you some other ideas maybe to use this for something else. So these are the contents in the box. I've already unboxed everything for you. You're going to get this case that's got the two microphones and the receiver in here, and it's got two adapters. You're going to get your instruction book with a warranty card, and just to kind of go through your instruction booklet there if you're wanting to pause to see any of this. If I miss anything, just refer back to this instruction manual. It's pretty self-explanatory. You can also check on their website. All right, in the box you also get this case, this little carry pouch, and I've put the additional accessories in here, and I'll get those out for you. It's kind of got a divider here, so you can see that divider. You can put things in this front piece and stuff in the back piece. So I put everything in this bag, and these are the contents inside there. See if I'm missing one more piece there. So you get these two windscreens right here. These go directly onto the microphone. They just kind of clip on. You got to kind of pull this out of the way, and you can see where they snap on right there. And I would certainly recommend putting these on the microphones when you're using them, because any kind of wind blowing across that, it's pretty sensitive. So this actually reduces that sensitivity of anything blowing across it, where you're not going to get that wind noise. So again, you get two of those. You're going to get your charging cable. I'll show you on this case where you can charge the case up. It's USB-C to charge the case, which is pretty common. I think everybody's switching over to that now. And then just use a regular USB charger. You do not get a charger with this though, so you may want to reuse something from your Apple products or any other product you've got that's got a USB charger. You're going to get a stereo cable here. Basically, this is the small 3.5 millimeter jack. You can use this on an output on that receiver to, say, a camera or another audio device. Say you're going to plug this in and use it as a microphone into a speaker. So I'll show you that here in a minute. I've got one of my JBL Partybox, Encore Partybox here, and I'll show you how I would do that. This is what I am running when I use it for the iPhone. So I plug this side into the receiver, and then this gray side says iOS on it. I don't know if I can find that for you right there. It just says to iOS, and that's what I'm using. The only thing is you got to use another adapter right here. My iPhone's got the lightning style connector, and I'll show you an adapter that would plug into that for you. In the case, this case, you charge the case up itself. There's where the USB-C port is. That's where you would plug this case in to charge the case. The case itself can charge the contents, which is really nice. So you can use this almost like a battery pack when you're out on the go and you don't want to have to charge up the devices separately. When you open it up, I'll show you this light, indicator light here. Is going to show you how much charge is left on the case itself. So if you're wondering when is it time to charge a case, it's got 4 bars there. Right now I've got 3. The contents in the case before I take anything out of there. So here's your 2 microphones on the sides. This is your receiver. And then you've got these 2 adapters. This one's USB-C. And then this one is a lightning adapter. This is if you're wanting to connect this directly to your phone without any additional adapters or anything. This on my phone has a case on it, so this actually hits the case. So this is not the route I can go. If I take it out of the case, no problem. A thinner case, you may not have an issue. Mine has a Pelican case on it though, so it's a little bit thick on the ends. So this does not work with the Pelican case if you're trying that with an iPhone. All right, so real quickly, let's take out the receiver. As soon as you take this receiver out, you're gonna get it to power up, and you can see it starts to say Saramonic as soon as it opens up. The blinking lights here, it's looking for the microphones. And don't know if you can see that, if I can get that to focus for you a little bit. The very neat thing is as soon as you take one of the microphones out, they link up. This thing's gonna turn blue, and you're gonna see it link up there in just a second. And then now, you can see I'm already connected. And I'm actually gonna put the microphone up to me and start talking. You can see it moving back and forth there. So I'll take the other one out. Same thing. Once you take the microphones out, once they're blue, you'll see it link up over here, and it'll stop blinking on that side. Let you know which microphone is connected. And you can see the input from the microphone into the receiver. So pretty neat that you're not having to sit here and pair this thing together. It's automatically paired. There is an option there to pair this though, so very neat. I'll go through that here in a second. We'll try to go through the menus. So first, let me talk about the microphone. If you wanted to, you can charge the microphone separately. So here's the USB-C port if you're wanting to charge this outside of the case. Say something happened. To show you about the case too, there's the two charge ports, and there's the charge ports down at the bottom. They've done very well with the case because all this stuff like magnetically goes back into place. Every piece in here does that. And even the top of the box will magnetically close, so that's pretty neat. So looking there on the other side, you've got two buttons here. You've got your, this is your power button, so if you want to shut this microphone off, you can press and hold. If you're wanting to mute it, I may actually have to have this out. Let me pull that out for you. You can mute it by pressing the power button once. Let's see, so it looks like it's connected. And we will mute. And it turns red whenever it's muted. So that way you know, hey, I've got the microphone on. This red is blinking to let me know I've muted the mic. When you want to unmute, you press that power button again, and then we're good to go. This one right here, it actually says TR, and that is for the noise reduction, or it says NR, I'm sorry. So it's noise reduction right there. So you can actually have two levels of that noise reduction. I'll show you on these menus if it'll show up on the camera. But like I mentioned, we can also look at the instruction guide. It tells you how to adjust the noise reduction on there. That's the microphone itself right here. And then those two little tabs right there is where the windscreen connects on. And a few other neat features about the microphone. You've got this body clip here, so you can connect that to your shirt. And just one other cool feature I thought, man, they didn't have to include it, but they did. This little tiny square is a magnet. So very neat if you want to put the magnet behind your shirt. Say the clip is not the best thing because it's too close to your neck or up on your collar, and you're wanting to lower the microphone down, you can put the magnet underneath your shirt, and it's a pretty strong magnet. And even they've put like a slippery material on the back side of this clip. You can kind of see that a little bit, so that way you're not scratching up the plastic here. So very neat idea for them, and nice to include that on the microphone. Same thing on the other microphone. I won't go completely through that for you, but you can see everything is the very same on this microphone as well. All right, on the transmitter, those two adapters you saw right here and here, they go on this back portion. And I'll try to take this off for you real quick. It slides out, and those pieces slide in. So you can see there's the contacts right there, and those contacts match up with this adapter, whichever one you're wanting to do. So you would actually slide that on and slide and push that into place, and it will connect in. And then this piece would go right onto your phone. So if you're not wanting to use any other types or means of connection, the good thing is these come right back off, and you can put the other one on. So if you're using different devices or other people are using this device, you can go through that and try that out. All right, I'm going to try to show you some of the menus real quickly and go through this receiver. So on the receiver, there's two inputs right here. One says headphones and one is the out. You can adjust this level on the menus. So the out is the one you're going to use most of the time, though. This is the one, if I'm connecting into my iPhone, I'll use this connection right here. And remember, I was showing you this cable. You would connect this cable in like that. Since my case is a little bit too thick for their adapter to fit right there, I just use one of these Lightning to the 3.5 millimeters. So that's all I do is that, and that'll go right into my phone. Again, you don't have to have this, but this is if you have a case that's a little too large. That's a piece I would recommend picking up, though, if you don't have. You can get the Apple versions, but they're a little more expensive. This is just a cheap version. I'll do a link to that in the description if you're looking for something like that. All right, you can see the other parts of this thing. I've already taken that cap off. You can charge it with the USB-C as well. That's that rubber cap that covers back over this. So if you're not planning on putting one of those connectors on, it just slides back on and covers all of that up. All right, you've got two buttons right here. One is the power button, press and hold. You can shut this off. The M is the menu button. And the power button also has a series of functions to help you go through, see if I can get this to show up on camera. But you can select the output volume, or you can select the input volume right here from the microphone, and you can change that gain level. So right now I'm running mine on -4 on the microphone, and then on the output I'm running that. It says E, that's really the earphone right here. That's going to be what's coming out of this, and I'm running that at 4 as well. So that's the quick, like if you're just pressing the power button, cycling through those two, because those are going to be probably the most two options that you'll be using. If you're wanting to get back to main menu, I think you just hit that power button twice. All right, on the menu button, you will cycle through these options like speaker enable. Then you've got your output volume. You can change it here, but it's easier to do it the way I was just showing you. You've got your noise reduction. There's two different levels, there's weak and strong. And to get to that, you can press that and I double press the power button, gets me back home. But then you can cycle back through your menu. And then I believe you press and hold your menu button, and then that's where you can adjust that. So if you're wanting to get out of that, you can just double tap your home button, and it gets you back so you can go to the next menu feature. Noise reduction, so you've got your that's your mute key enable. So that's if you're not wanting for someone to mute on the microphones, you can tell that to turn it off, and then they won't be able to mute from the microphone. Low cut disable, you can enable that, and it'll cut out some low frequencies if you're trying to prevent some of that microphone feedback or things like that. You've got your output mode. You can go into stereo or mono. The backlight, so that turns off this display. So if you want to turn that off, you can turn that off so it times out. And I believe you could change how many seconds before this thing times out as well. The language, you can change the language. I don't know how many different languages this thing is in, but I keep it on English. So you can restore the defaults if you want to, and then pair. So if for some reason these are not pairing, there's a way to pair the microphones back to this receiver. It tells you what version again, we're back to the start. So if for some reason you're wanting to go back home, double tap your power button and now we're back home. So another way that I was going to show you how you can use this device, and I've already tested this out, is that you're going to want to get one of these types of connectors, and you don't necessarily have to have this, but this is a 3.5 millimeter to 1/4 inch. And if I can, I'll show you on my, right here, I will show you on my JBL Partybox. I have an input where I can run this almost like a microphone. So on the back of the Partybox, if you've never used one of these, back in the back of this flap here, there is a microphone jack right there. And I've got a gain level for the mic. So let me power this on. I'll just give you an idea on how this works. And if you're in a pinch and you want to use this some type of microphone for something, you can do that. So right now I've got this thing connected into the output. Since I'm not running it for the cell phone right now, it's in the output. It's in right here on the Partybox. And now I can use this microphone. I don't know if you can hear that, but now I'm using this microphone almost like a PA system. So if you're needing this, you know, just a real quick pinch, want to amplify your voice somewhere more than just going to your camera or going to your iPhone, this is some possibilities on what you can use this for. And I DJ weddings on the side. I can't say this is something I would use to DJ a wedding, but this is something that's really neat to have with me as an extra tool. If I wanted to do a really quick setup, maybe it's just somebody that wants to amplify their voice just for a meeting or something like that, you can connect this into a set of PA speakers, which would be really neat. Maybe I'll do some videos on that later to show you some of that in action. Again, I don't know if this is something I would really use professionally, but I may just kind of test out with it, show you what it can do, and think that that might be just a neat option and tool for some people that may need that. All right, so going back to regular audio here, that's everything. Again, that piece is not included in the kit. Let me move that speaker out of the way for you. So that piece is not included in the kit, but that's something that, you know, you can just get the 3/4 inch, 3.5 inch, I'm sorry, to 1/4 inch, and you can do it in a mono or a stereo. I've used both of these and they both worked fine. So if that's something you're interested in, I'll also have a link to that. And I think they're easy just to put into that bag and have with you. The same thing like I was mentioning about that 3.5 millimeter to lightning connector. That's another thing to probably just put in that bag, have it ready to go. And just an extra little tool to go with all of this. Hopefully this information was useful or helpful for you. And if it was, please subscribe and share. And that's to the point.